They understand your fear of failure, your fear of missing out, and your desire for validation. They play on these emotions, making you feel that if you don't act now, you'll miss your chance at success. This is the ultimate form of manipulation. They know exactly what buttons to press, and they press them without hesitation. The vulnerability they exploit is often tied to deep insecurities. Maybe you feel like a failure, or you're worried that your dreams will never come true. These gurus offer you false hope, and in doing so, they make you believe that they're the only ones who can help you. But what they're really doing is selling you an illusion, playing on your emotions to extract as much money as possible. And when you realize you've been taken advantage of, it's too late. You've already invested your time, energy, and money, and now you're left to pick up the pieces. They've moved on to the next sucker, while you're left behind wondering where it all went wrong. The unethical use of emotional manipulation. These so-called gurus are also masters of emotional manipulation. They know exactly how to make you feel motivated and empowered in the moment, using every emotional trigger they can find. They'll tell you stories of their own struggles, painting themselves as the ultimate rags to riches hero. They'll show you testimonials of other people who have transformed their lives. But here's the thing, they're not doing this to genuinely help you. They're doing it to hook you in. They know that once they've connected with your emotions, you're far more likely to trust them. And that's exactly what they need to keep you coming back for more. They make you feel like they're your only hope, the only person who truly understands your pain. This emotional manipulation is highly effective, and it's one of the key reasons why so many people get trapped in their system. They create an environment where you feel indebted to them, emotionally and financially. They make you believe that if you don't follow their teachings, you'll never reach your full potential. But this is all part of their strategy to make you dependent on them. They'll continue to leverage your emotions to push you deeper into their programs, making you feel like you're on the verge of a breakthrough. They'll tell you that success is just around the corner if only you continue to trust them and invest in their products. This emotional cycle is designed to keep you engaged long enough to extract as much money as possible. What they don't tell you is that their breakthroughs are just temporary emotional highs, easily forgotten once the real work and effort of life set in. When you realize that these breakthroughs were nothing more than carefully orchestrated emotional manipulation, it's often too late. You've already committed to their system, and your mind is left wrestling with the disappointment of having trusted someone who never truly had your best interest at heart. They didn't help you become better. They helped you stay stuck in an endless loop of consumption, constantly chasing that next emotional high that only they can provide. Their emotional manipulation doesn't stop there. They'll guilt trip you, making you feel like a failure if you stop buying their products or attending their events. They'll tell you that only those who are truly committed to their personal development journey are willing to sacrifice everything: their money, their time, their energy. And by continuing to buy into their system, they position themselves as the savior of your success. This unethical manipulation is what allows them to stay at the top of the pyramid while leaving you struggling at the bottom. The perpetual cycle of dependency. One of the final, most disturbing aspects of the personal development scam is the way these gurus create a cycle of dependency. They don't want you to succeed on your own, because then you wouldn't need them anymore. Instead, they design their products, programs, and seminars in such a way that you'll always feel like you're missing something. A key piece to the puzzle that they conveniently offer as their next product or exclusive program. This creates an environment where you are perpetually chasing after the next step, the next level of success, without ever realizing that you've already been fed the same information over and over again. They tell you that you need them to achieve your goals, and by feeding you this belief, they keep you coming back. The result is a consumer constantly buying into their illusion of success, investing time and money into a system that will never deliver the lasting results they claim. This dependency is psychological. They make you feel like success is always just one more course, one more seminar, one more coaching session away. And by the time you realize that there's no real change happening, you've already invested so much of yourself that it's hard to walk away. You've built a mental connection to their teachings, thinking that they hold the key to your success. But in reality, you've been sold a never-ending loop that only serves to line their pockets. The cycle of dependency is exactly what these gurus want. They profit when you believe that you need them in order to succeed. They've created a business model based on your emotional investment, and they count on you to stay trapped in their system. The longer you remain dependent on them, the more money they make. The only way to break free is to recognize the scam for what it is, to see the illusion of success they've built, and to take responsibility for your own path without the need for their guidance. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up to the truth. The personal development industry has become a massive scam built on manipulation, false promises, and empty promises of success. These so-called gurus have learned how to sell the dream without ever delivering on it. They know how to make you feel inspired, motivated, and ready to change your life, all while taking your money and leaving you with nothing but empty hope. But the power to succeed is not in their hands. It's in yours. Success comes from real action, real effort, and the grit to push through the hardships that come with achieving greatness. You don't need some guru's overpriced course to tell you that. The keys to success have always been available to you. They're just waiting for you to take responsibility and put in the work. You don't need to depend on anyone else to transform your life. It's time to stop chasing illusions and start making real, lasting changes. The choice is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, today we stand at a critical juncture in the history of personal development. What was once a noble pursuit to help individuals improve their lives and achieve success has become an industry laced with deceit and manipulation. What I'm about to tell you may not be comfortable, but it's the truth. The personal development industry is a scam. It didn't start that way, but over time, the original intention has been hijacked by opportunists, con men, and wolves in sheep's clothing who are out to fleece you for everything you have. So buckle up, because we're going to peel back the layers and uncover how this whole charade came to be, who's behind it, and what you can do to break free. Let me tell you, the scam didn't start overnight. It began with a handful of well-meaning individuals who wanted to create a positive impact. They were passionate about helping people unlock their true potential. But as the demand grew, so did the opportunity for people to exploit it. It didn't take long for opportunistic entrepreneurs to recognize that they could profit from selling the illusion of success. And that's exactly what they did. These so-called gurus began to package their knowledge, sell you shiny promises of transformation, and convinced you that all you needed to do was follow their steps, buy their products, attend their seminars, and suddenly everything in your life would change. But let me tell you something. The secret to success isn't wrapped up in a seminar or some overpriced course. It's about discipline, action, and mental fortitude. The truth is, you've been sold a lie, and it's time you wake up to it. So let's break this down. I'm going to take you on a journey, show you how the personal development scam started and how these so-called gurus have been milking the public for years. You'll see clearly who's behind it and more importantly, how you can avoid falling into their trap. The birth of the personal development industry. The personal development industry wasn't always a scam. It had humble beginnings, rooted in the desire to help people become better versions of themselves. You have to go back decades to when people like Napoleon Hill and Dale Carnegie began sharing their wisdom with the world. They sought to create a system that would inspire people to push past their limitations and live up to their potential. Hill's Think and Grow Rich and Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People weren't just books, they were life-changing manuals. They encouraged action, hard work, and perseverance. They laid out principles of success that were grounded in reality, not just fluff. But here's where things started to go wrong. As the personal development movement began to grow in popularity, so did its profitability. It didn't take long for individuals to recognize the financial rewards of teaching others how to be successful. But unlike Hill and Carnegie, who grounded their teachings in practical, actionable steps, these new gurus started selling the idea of success without ever having truly experienced it themselves. They began packaging their knowledge as some exclusive formula, a shortcut to success. And so, the birth of the personal development scam began. The people who had genuine intention started to lose ground to those who were only interested in selling empty promises. The explosion of the self-help book market was one of the first signs that things were getting out of hand. You see, these books weren't about giving you real-world tools to improve your life. No, they were designed to sell you a dream. Authors and speakers started writing books with catchy titles, but when you dug into the content, you realized it was recycled material with no real substance. This trend only accelerated in the late 20th century when infomercials and online platforms began promoting these so-called gurus who had no real track record of success. People began to fall for it because they were desperate for change. The personal development industry preyed on their insecurities, telling them that they weren't successful because they were missing some crucial secret or formula. The promises were huge: wealth, success, happiness. But the results were slim to none. The people behind this movement didn't care about results. They cared about one thing: making money off your hopes and dreams. The truth is, most of these gurus have never walked the walk. They only talk the talk. The rise of the gurus. As the personal development industry exploded in the 80s and 90s, the rise of the so-called gurus took off. These were the individuals who claimed to have the secret sauce to success. They marketed themselves as self-made millionaires, offering you the blueprint to replicate their success. What they didn't tell you was that they had never actually followed their own advice. They had built their fortune by selling the dream to you. These gurus knew how to sell, and they were brilliant at it. They leveraged the power of television, radio, and eventually the internet to get in front of millions of people. They learned the art of persuasion, the psychology of selling, and they used it to their advantage. They didn't care about changing your life. They cared about one thing: your money. And they succeeded time and time again because they understood the pain points of their audience. They tapped into the frustration, confusion, and desperation that so many people felt in their lives and sold them a pipe dream. But let's get one thing straight. These gurus weren't teaching you anything you didn't already know. They simply repackaged basic concepts and presented them as revolutionary ideas. They turned something as simple as hard work, persistence, and self-discipline into some kind of mystical, unattainable force that you could only access through their teachings. And people bought it. Why? Because they were desperate for a shortcut. The most successful among them didn't get rich by actually helping people. They got rich by selling you the idea of success. They use high-energy seminars, motivational speeches, and fancy terminology to make themselves appear larger than life. But once you attended their events and spent your hard-earned money, you walked away with nothing but an empty wallet and a few motivational sound bites that would fade as soon as you faced real-life challenges. They took your money and they gave you nothing in return. The manipulative marketing techniques. There's a reason why the personal development industry has exploded into a billion-dollar business. And it's because these gurus have mastered the art of manipulation. They know exactly how to exploit your fears, your insecurities, and your deepest desires. They don't care about your transformation, they care about your purchase. That's the truth, plain and simple. Let's talk about some of their most effective marketing techniques. First, they prey on your fear of failure. They tell you that if you don't follow their system, you'll never reach your potential. They create a sense of urgency, telling you that the window of opportunity is closing. Act now or you'll miss out on the chance to change your life forever. They scream at you. This creates a sense of scarcity, and people are wired to fear missing out. It's a powerful psychological trick, and it works. Then there's the testimonials, carefully curated success stories of people who claim to have turned their lives around after following the guru's teachings. What they don't tell you is that these testimonials are often fabricated or heavily edited. In reality, these success stories are anomalies, not the norm. But by showcasing these few successes, they make you believe that if you just buy their product, you too can achieve similar results. They also use the all-in approach. They get you to buy into their product, and then they offer upsells, additional courses, exclusive coaching, or VIP access to events. It's a pyramid scheme of information. They build layers of content, each one promising to unlock another level of success, and they charge you more and more at each level. By the time you realize what's happening, you've already invested so much money that you feel trapped. You don't want to walk away because you've already spent too much. And that's how they keep you in the cycle, extracting as much as they can from you without ever delivering on their promises. The promise of instant success. One of the most insidious aspects of the personal development scam is the promise of instant success. These gurus sell you the idea that you can have everything you've ever wanted, wealth, fame, and happiness, within a few months of following their program. This is an outright lie, and it's dangerous. Success doesn't happen overnight, and anyone who tells you otherwise is trying to manipulate you. What they don't tell you is that success is a result of years of hard work, setbacks, failures, and learning. It's a long, painful road. But these gurus promise you the world without the struggle, making you believe that all you have to do is follow their proven system and everything will fall into place. It's an illusion. They sell you a vision of instant gratification, a quick fix. And in doing so, they perpetuate the myth that success is easy and obtainable without true effort. This fantasy is incredibly dangerous because it leads people to abandon their real-world responsibilities. They start neglecting their jobs, relationships, and other commitments, all because they've been promised that following a course will fix everything. When it doesn't work, they feel even more defeated and disillusioned. And who do they blame? Themselves. But the truth is, they were never given the real tools to succeed in the first place. They were sold a lie, and now they're paying the price. These gurus prey on the desire for quick results and easy fixes. They know that people are impatient, and they exploit this impatience to make money off them. They'll sell you a dream that's never meant to come true just so they can get your money. And when it doesn't work, they'll blame you for not following the system correctly. It's a vicious cycle, and you're the one who gets caught in it. The false promise of community and belonging. Another insidious element of the personal development scam is the false promise of community and belonging. These gurus make you believe that you're part of a special group of like-minded individuals who are all on a path to success. They create an environment where you feel connected, supported, and understood. But let me tell you something. It's all a facade. The so-called community is nothing more than a marketing tool. They create Facebook groups, offer exclusive access to webinars and conferences, and present themselves as mentors who care deeply about your success. But in reality, they're too busy making money to offer you any genuine guidance or support. They prey on your need for connection, making you feel like you're a part of an exclusive club that has the secret to success. But the truth is, these so-called communities are nothing more than sales funnels. They're designed to keep you hooked, keep you buying, and keep you engaged in their system. There's no real sense of belonging or authentic connection. It's all a sales tactic. They use your desire for connection against you, all while they continue to take your money. When you realize this, it's often too late. You've already spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars on their programs, and you're left feeling empty, disillusioned, and more isolated than ever. The community wasn't real, and neither was their promise to help you succeed. It was just another way for them to milk your desperation, the exploitation of vulnerability. These gurus are experts at exploiting your vulnerabilities. They know you're struggling, they know you're looking for answers, and they know you're willing to do anything to improve your life. And they're ready to take advantage of that. They sell you the idea that all your problems can be fixed if you just follow their path.